Sir, we had a story, news that Peter Obi, the presidential aspirant of NDC, is about to visit Nnamdi Kanu in Sokoto prison. And also in conjunction, we also had the NAS president also leading delegation and also wants to visit Nnamdi Kanu in prison. What is your opinion on this? There seems to be so much talk about Nnamdi Kanu now. And why is it?
Yes, thank you, my brother. You see, something is driving Obi to visit Nnamdi Kanu, and I think that visit is happening in conjunction with the NAS president, who has also visited Nnamdi Kanu before. But they choose this particular period to visit Nnamdi Kanu. There's a reason why, there's this awareness within the Hausa community now, in the north, who are the majority. The Fulanis are not the majority in the north. The Hausa does not have any governor. They don't have any senator. They don't have any even at the state level. They are not being represented politically. But the awareness that is coming now is coming from the entire, Hausa homeland, Hausa citizens, indigenous themselves, who have now started calling for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Remember, they also took a protest to the southern of Sokoto, calling for Nnamdi Kanu's release. These things are happening in the north. That is how Nnamdi Kanu has become a reference point and an international phenomenon, a man that people has come to understand that he was not actually joking, that he was telling Nigerians the future. But unfortunately, Nigerians, no, I'm not saying Nigerians, the government, who are Islamist government, decided to act otherwise. But today, immediately Obi called for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, that action was also put in place. Obi decided in conjunction, because, that's what we were hearing in that report, that he visited Nnamdi Kanu in Sokoto prison after he told the whole world that this man is not wrong, he did not commit any crime, that the law, which kind of judiciary should sentence a man because he uttered the word. That is the word of Peter Obi, and anybody that is not comfortable with it can go to hell, because it has become an embarrassment to Nigeria, both nationally and internationally. The judiciary today has been seen to be totally, I told you that if you are talking about a nation, a country, if you are talking about democracy, and that is why Nigeria could not even muster the courage to come out and celebrate the so-called Democracy Day. If there's no justice, there's no democracy. If there's no rule of law, there's no democracy. If there's insecurity, there's no democracy. If the government has failed in providing infrastructure in all ramifications, but going as far as stealing and rigging election, okay, there is no democracy. And that's why the people are saying that, there is no democracy in Nigeria, according to Olusegun Obasanjo, whom the Yorubas have now come and tagged an Igbo man, because he said Obi is the best man to represent Nigeria now.
But why is it that some northern elite and emirs are going against what Obi has said, that Nnamdi Kanu should be released? Why are they actually opposing that?
That's what I'm telling you. The Fulanis are opposing it, but the Hausas are the one leading the agitation for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. You can see the scenario now. And when we are talking about the Hausas in the north, we are talking about over 60 million indigenous Hausas compared to less than 15 million Fulanis. Even though they control the traditional institution and the political structure in the north, but they do not have the number to deliver victory. Apart from that conquest, the Fulani does not have the number. And that is it. So, but before you say Obi not talking, before Tinubu go from back, go release them. Because we had a story before that Tinubu secretly visited man. Why are they visiting Nnamdi Kanu? Why are they visiting him? So it tells you that what is coming from the international community is already enveloping the entire Ashura. You can see Bola Tinubu, he's no longer comfortable. Tinubu have moved from reality to abstract. in terms of leadership. You can see it very clearly in the way and manner his aides are responding to the issue of election, to the issue of insecurity. You can see very clearly they have lost touch, they have lost grip of leadership in this country. So the reality now is that the Hausas are the ones protesting now. And the Fulanis are very careful because any slightest thing now, they are gone. Including Atiku. They know that, it was the same man Nnamdi Kanu that ignited that consciousness in the Hausa land. Please, you can put me out of context, no problem. But was it like this before? Until Nnamdi Kanu come to the space? You can see for the first time now, they do not see social media now as haram. The Hausas now are coming to the social media to tell the whole world that Nnamdi Kanu is innocent. And that is exactly what we are talking about, and maybe that's what triggered the national president of all the universities in Nigeria, of all the students in Nigeria, is in Sokoto prison now, in conjunction with opposition NDC presidential candidate Peter Obi. Few days after he announced that he is going to release Nnamdi Kanu to become president, heaven will not fall.
All right, so but do you think with all of this as it stands now, and they are going, because the federal government is filing a cross appeal to sentence Nnamdi Kanu to death, do you think these visitations and all of these things can pave a way or change the narrative?
Bro, let me tell you, the consequences of breakup is already clear. And Nigeria cannot go against the Israeli government. Nigeria cannot go against the United States of America. Bros, how many of them is being mentioned in the Congress today? Is Igbo being mentioned in the Congress? Is Biafra is being mentioned in the Congress? Is Asari Dokubo is being mentioned in the Congress? Is the Tombala is being mentioned in the Congress? Is the Congress? This is the #1 Senate assembly in all over the world. The US Congress is the #1 Senate assembly all over the world. Today they are talking about Nnamdi Kanu, and you say people are made to Tinubu. Look at what they did to Sunday Igbo. Did Nigerians not keep quiet? Was the judiciary not there when they sentenced Nnamdi Kanu to imprisonment? It's because the Fulanis are the one controlling the Nigerian judiciary. The Parliament will call for dialogue under Buhari with IPOB. That Buhari should dialogue with IPOB. Then what has changed? He stepped in there and they presented the document to him that you are part of us, you did this, we know what you did under Jonathan. This is not the time, and he came and told the whole world that he is now Buhari. Tinubu said he is now Buhari.
He said he took over from himself.
Do you understand? Yes, so what does that tell you? It tells you Nigeria should be very careful how this conquest are silencing the resistant voices that exposed the terrorist government. When Jonathan said Boko Haram is his government, it's not Boko Haram that should come. It is Islamist politicians, jihad, Fulani politicians who are in Asurak as politicians, championing jihad everywhere in Nigeria. They say man should marry man. Jonathan said no. Jonathan wanted to break the Islamic agenda in the north. He established a Amajiri, they slaughtered the Amajiri. Now all the Amajiris now, they gathered them and they are pushing them to south and southeast, so that when the Biafra actually break up, these people will not stay there and begin to terminate. We'll flush them out under one Nigeria. Rally Moore, U.S. lawmaker, Ted Cruz, James John, all of them who are part of this arrangement should understand this very clearly. We cannot cohabit with them. There's no basis of this unity anymore. The unity encourages infiltration and jihad against Christians. The best option is total breakup of Nigeria. Today, over 11 Obas in Southwest have run away. Some of them are dead. Some of them are leaving their palace. You think it's ordinary? They are also experiencing what Nnamdi Kanu warned Nigerians about. And that is why the US government today are saying no. And Peter Obi, whether he wins or he doesn't win, Nnamdi Kanu will not die in Sokoto prison. The world have had him. Nigerian judiciary is in a mess. The world have had Nnamdi Kanu and the world has had Biafra. The world have had Christians. Today, Christian Association of Nigeria are protesting. What are they protesting for? Because it is gradually coming to them. They are on the streets now protesting. But they were silent when this issue of Fulani thing they are coming up. Who is going to save us? Who is going to save Christians in Nigeria?
So finally, I'd like to ask you, what do you think the people can do now? So as because you seem to be championing this Biafra, and that is for the only solution. So what should the Christian nation, what should the Christian body in Nigeria do now so as to actualize this?
No, if you look at the Christians, why are they silent? They are afraid because they know underground some of them have been planted to champion an opposite cause of the reality. Haven't you heard? What is the position of Asari Dokuba and all of them out there? They planted here and there. What is the position of Southwest governors? When Gani Adams was shouting it, you only hear a few of them. But now it has become very clear that the church in the next few years from now, there will be nothing like church in Nigeria. Next few years, it takes Turkey less than 24 hours to return to Islam. Less than 24 hours. And that's what I'm telling you. I'm not telling you that all these people you are seeing, they don't have resistance, they don't have any voice. Who is going to stand for them? Bola Ahmed Tinubu imprisoned Simon Eba, imprisoned. Huh? What does that tell you? It tells you too that these voices need to be so that they can have. The world is watching. I can never forget the world is watching. Whatever it is, the people of Middle Belt have suffered enough. The Igbos have suffered consequences of this. And it is time so that we will not become what Nnamdi Kanu warned about Nigeria, whether it's Somalia or another Rwanda. Because the consequences will be severe. No pastor will go to church to preach if they are not careful. No pastor, anybody that is telling you this, that this unity, unfortunate unity will continue, has no love even for his own people. The Christians in Nigeria need a nation, need one nation to protect them as a body. Cannot protect. Look at Asari Dokuba crying now. Because they have started hitting Bayelsa now and the rest of them. People are crying now. That help should come. Where is help going to come? The umbrella of the entire old eastern region is the Biafra.